I wouldn't know. I don't get private messages. I do sometimes. Consternation? What is that? What does that describe? Twitter loves to ignore mouse clicks. I never use DMs. I use them to talk to my friends, like local friends. Sometimes. Negative 15.2 Galarian. I'm just writing down the volume levels for the games right now. Let's just watch this FMV while we wait to see if somebody will show up. Any new people? People who are maybe not interested in Galarians but want to check out this game. And we can just enjoy the FMV again. Always nice. Guess you could say butterflies. Anxiety of the unknown. Yeah, I guess so. Schrodinger's DMs. Yeah. It's like how awe is short for awesome, and awful and terra for terrifying and terrific. Yeah. Oh, audio is so crunchy. Boku wa hashiru? It's talking about running? I don't know much Japanese, but I kind of like over time, you know, you pick up stuff if you just listen close enough and kind of start to know like the parts of speech and like some of the particles and stuff. You can kind of pick up some vocabulary by context. For your sake, I run. Ah, I see. We still haven't met that guy, the eye patch guy. We have an eye patch guy in both games. Classy old FMV. It's pretty nice, gotta say. They don't make them like this anymore. Response time for a DM is 5 seconds or a week, and nothing in between. Yeah, pretty much same here. Even if I like the person, sometimes I just don't respond like for quite a while, just because I don't know, something about it makes me nervous. Only studio I know that makes FMVs now is Wales Interactive. I guess there's also Baggy Cat, Tim Fallen's studio, who made Dead of Night and Contradiction. And there's like whoever made Her Story, which I don't really know much about. You know what they say, if you don't meet an eye patch guy in a game, that means you are the eye patch guy. Oh no. You call me a chuny? Here we go. Let's go back in it. Start. After using the Xbox controller lately, I really appreciate how wide the DS4 is. It's so much more comfortable, and the hand grips are like round, so that it feels like they fit the curvature of your fingers like way more naturally. The Xbox controller kind of has the same problem the Dreamcast does, where it's like the handles are sort of thin and result in your fingers sort of like unnaturally like curling inwards in this really strange way. I don't know. I'm really preoccupied with controller ergonomics because video games hurt my hands terribly. Her Story is just Sam Barlow. Who's that? Yeah, load. You can restart from where you previously left off. No, I'd like to just load the game. Children's Corner. Wonder how far into this game we are now. He writes terrible stories. Can't relate, honestly. Xbox controller is really comfortable for me. Really? I must just have like really big hands or something. Silent Hill Downpour was Sam Barlow, I think. I wouldn't say that game really had very good writing. Shitty memories. Shatter memories. Still never played that game. I don't think I ever will. Maybe on stream sometime. I don't know. Oh right. I don't know. That one doesn't sound too interesting to me, honestly. It's awful. I mean, just for the sake of seeing it. Oh no, you're back. Ha, ha, ha. Now that's pure concentration. I'm not going to get in his way. I don't want to get kicked again. What? Hey, wait a second though. We've done this before. But yeah, this is definitely the same save. What's going on? For the X-Bone controller, but I have larger palms than my fingers imply. How do you mean? Like shorter ratio of finger to palm? Guess we just go to the roof. I was very ready to hate Shattered Memories, but it seemed like it ignored a lot of important events in Silent Hill 1. Glad I gave it a chance though. I'd like to at least try it. Launch it for 5 seconds so you see the stupid warning they put at the start and then throw the disc out the window. What did they put? What's at the start that's so bad? We are never gonna get out of this hotel. This is like absolutely ridiculous. Okay, Ito is not here. It literally says psychology warning. Really? This game will psychology you. You will be psychologicalized. If you know what's good for you, don't play this game. Suda swears he had never listened to Hotel California. Is that true? I know that apparently Swery said that he had never watched Twin Peaks before he made Deadly Premonition, which is like clearly a lie. That's a pretty bold fucking lie to be telling. Like Peter Jackson saying that he never watched the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings movie, even though like he cribbed pretty directly from it in a lot of places. Sudas. Oh no, I was referencing the sweary thing. Oh, okay. LMAO. He didn't watch Twin Peaks, he experienced it, yeah, firsthand. Twin Peaks was very popular in Japan. I heard that Fire Walk with Me was like way more well received in Japan than in the United States. David Lynch ripped off Swery. Wow. There's just some things you legally can't get away with admitting. I don't think Swery actually ever said that. It might be an internet rumor. Really? What are we in here for? Getting that DS feeling? No. We're not going to be getting that DS feeling today. I'm done with these puzzles. I think after this game, I think we'll go on to Trace Memory, the DS game. For some reason, I feel in the mood for playing DS games after this one. Man, what are we supposed to do? You look it up, every result is two best friends play, so they started talking. It's probably started it. That's who I got it from, yeah. Ah, I see. It's believable. Sometimes stuff just gets started in one place and then it just keeps going from there. Like how Mocha was, oh, we can just go downstairs. He's not blocking the stairs. I see. Remember when Mocha was so mad at Angry Video Game Nerd during Castlevania 64? Because of the Nitro thing? Because it's like the only thing anyone says about that game. The Nitro puzzle. Isn't that the game with the stupid Nitro puzzle where you just keep getting blown up? Hotel Dusk was a great DS game. Much more than that you hold the game on its side. I was looking at that one as well. It looked maybe a little annoying to play. That's made by the same people who made Trace Memory though, so we might play it. Actually, this game is impossible. I learned that from AVGN. Ah, Mr. Mondo. Good morning. Good morning. Have a nice day, Mr. Mondo. Sometimes nobody fact checks literally anything ever. Yeah, there's some stuff floating around the internet that I see people say still. Can't think of anything off the top of my head, but it's like something that you know is like wrong and has been disproved many times over, but people just keep saying it. Ito, where the fuck are you? I want donuts all of a sudden for some reason. I actually played C64 and hated the Nitro Escort. It didn't look like it was fun exactly, but... Anything I can do for you, Mr. Mondo? I think I'm finally going to make it to the airport this time. Very good. I doubt it'll be easy, but still, don't back down now. I'm sure something else will just get in my way. You must not forget your real reason for being here. I hired you to protect this island from terrorists. Oh yeah. Mr. Mondo, please get a grip on yourself. I got it, I got it. Okay, I'll get going. I hope to see you back here soon. They seem believable enough with their experience in the industry. I also never played any sweary games. Oh, I don't think that Lily is like trying to take a swipe at you or anything. I think Lily's just saying in general, maybe. Uh-oh. Oh no. Actually a fucking nut shot in this game. Give me a break. Hey kid. Who's this child? Have you played Death Stranding, Graphy? No, but I watched my previous roommate play a lot of that game. And it looks cool. I can understand throwing a game out for reasons like Lily did with Silent Hill. We did a similar thing with the opening exposition dump and Red Steel 2. That doesn't seem like the kind of game that needs any exposition at all. You have to remember how most people who played Castlevania 64 weren't Mocha and used to playing painful games. I don't know. He seems to like it regardless, though. The Mondo family ends here. Hey kid, watch where you're kicking that thing. You've got a big head, black suit wearing dork. Stop playing around. I'm in a hurry. Whoa! You've got big hands too. And you need to learn some manners. You don't just come out and say things like that. These things are just, well, a unique stylized way of representing human attributes. You've got a big head too, kid. I don't care what you adults think. You can't stop me with logic like that. Look, just cut it out. I'll cut out nothing. Why do you help all these people so easily? There's a reason for that. Just how does that bizarre machine solve mysteries? Now look here, Squirt. Our polygon faces look totally different from our 2D art. You can't say that! Oh, I got more. A terrorist on this island? Like, people are going to believe that. Stop it! The music is all ripped off of famous songs. That's it, don't say anything else. There are some things you just can't say. That means nothing to a kid. I can see through everything. He's trying to destroy this game, pick it apart. I can't allow that. Ha! Just try and stop me. You're wearing a black suit in a holiday resort? Which is it then? A wedding or a funeral? That's it. Now you crossed the line. Unacceptable. This is unacceptable, kid. Moron. What a great cutscene. I've been replaying it recently and like it a lot. I don't think it would make a good stream game though. It could be nice for just like you know, having a just chatting type of stream over a game or something. This game is amazing. Mondo is gonna take this child out. Suplex the child, Grafty. Casually Misatsu child. It was all story exposition and it was all unnecessary and patronizing. It's just an old man lecturing you about your entire life story and then your arch nemesis when you've barely taken any steps. This sounds kind of hilarious, honestly. You know, did you see a stinking brat around here? Stinking? A kid, an annoying little kid with a bad mouth. Forget terrorists. Leave this kid unchecked and who knows what he'll say. My enigmatic veil of secrecy will be torn to pieces. That does sound quite terrible. Mysteries are the selling point of this game. If this kid keeps this up, all that'll be left are a bunch of disjointed inside jokes. This game business is tough, isn't it? I'm glad someone understands, Ito. Well, back to the matter at hand. You must be referring to Mr. Kai's boy. Young Mr. Shotaro, I believe. That's an antiquated name. Who calls their kids Shotaro nowadays? Anyway, did you see him? I thought he came in ahead of me. I'm very sorry, Mr. Mondo, but I have not seen him today. I see. Sue's on the second floor. Maybe she has seen him. I'll ask her. Thanks. The airport is still a long way off, isn't it? Apparently so. This music is crazy. Grafty, have you played Moon? Like, the RPG? Remixed RPG adventure? I played most of it. I actually didn't finish it. I got like, I think I was like ready to get to the end game, but I was thinking about 100%ing it, but I might just like go back to it and finish it. It's been like, I got almost all the way through the game like right when it came out on Switch, and then just completely stopped playing it. I don't know why. That was like, oh, that was like a year ago. Ah, Mr. Mondo. Sue, did you see a snotty little brat come through here? A snotty brat? Yeah, a midget punk called Shotaro. Mr. Kai's boy? No, I haven't seen him. Has he done something wrong? He's just the devil himself. A taboo-breaking instrument of Satan. Oh, come now, Mr. Mondo. He's a lovely boy. Maybe he just has something against me then. He's harder to deal with than Stefan. He's just a child, Mr. Mondo. Don't take him too seriously. This is between me and the Holy Terror. Thank you, Sue. I'm sorry I couldn't be more help. Ah, Mr. Crasher was on the floor above this one. Okay, I'll check with him next. Top 10 video game antagonists. No, I didn't want to go downstairs. I was just thinking about the massive lore dump that it doesn't let you read in it. What do you mean? What's up, Mondo? How's the training going? Not bad, not bad at all. A little more and I'll be in great shape. Do you want something? Elle, did you see a sniveling wretch come through here? Oh, right at the start? Oh yeah, I know what you mean now. It's very good. No sniveling wretches, I'm afraid, but I did see a cute kid. Cute? What kind of kid? An itsy bitsy teeny weeny little kid wearing Bermuda shorts. I knew it, that's the creature I'm after. Elle, don't ever say itsy bitsy teeny weeny about this kid. He's an itsy bitsy teeny wiener. Mondo, watch it. I'm sorry. You just had to say it, didn't you? You set me up, Elle. You brought it on yourself. Don't even try to lay the blame on me. So where did the kid go? Did he do something to you? Oh yeah, this kid is trying to destroy my very being. He's the king of destruction. What? The king? Is that true? All too true. He'll annihilate everything. Sounds like a good kid. I'll let him have the title of King of Destruction. It would be too heavy a burden for me. Now you're ranting. Mondo, children are naive, innocent. A child isn't a child without innocence, yeah? You need to be a little more accepting, my friend. Enough, L. So again, where did the kid go? He said he wanted to meet my master. You'll have to ask him. Thanks, and sorry for interrupting you. No problem, anytime. The dialogue in this game is unfucking real. Hey! We have to read some of this guy's dialogue again, huh? How are the high seas treating you? Yar har har. You be trying to copy me, are ye? High times on the high seas, me laddie. So, you ready to train, to sweat it out? No, not right now. If not right now, then when? Yar har har. Methinks some deeper need brings ye here to see me, but to find out exactly what you be wantin'. To get a clear answer, there be only one thing I need to say. Keel haul him and sweep the deck with his remains. I'm pretty sick of this guy's dialogue, honestly. What do ye want? There's this annoying boy. I wanted to ask you if you've seen him out here on the seas. So, any word from the crow's nest? Yar har har. If I said there ain't, that would make me a liar. Really? Please, Mr. Pirate, tell me. He had a canny gleam in his eye, that lad. Asked me for me autograph, he did. A rare insight for a boy of today. I hope he's raised big and strong into a bold, dynamic, hardy-voiced buccaneer. Where did he go then? Such a man is weak to the allure of a woman at the best of times. But at such a young age, the assault of pheromones is especially harsh on his young nose. A man must live straight and true, my laddo. Laddo? You reaffirm that affirming yourself is vital. Sounds like Yayoi is involved then. Where can I find her? Back to her room to be changing her garments, I believe. And the youth did make after her most readily. Toltomula sees of you. But could I sail those waters again? Thank you, Mr. Pirate. Yar har har. Okay. Now that's over. Don't have to read that guy's stupid fucking dialogue anymore. Where is her room? Can't remember, honestly. I don't think it's next door to Mondo, but I can't remember. Does it say? Oh, 204. Hey, that's the reverse of Mondo's room number. Huh. Oh, there she is. Ah, Mr. Searcher. Feeling bold today, aren't we? Do you know what it means to visit a woman in her room? You can't hide him, just hand him over. Oh? Whatever are you talking about? The Mischief Machine. The Mischief Machine? He's in here, right? Mischief Machine? Sounds interesting. Don't play dumb, the kid. I need to find him before he ruins everything. I really don't have a clue what you mean. But if you insist, please come on in. Yes, please let me search. Go on. Okay. And? He's not here. Where'd the little punk run off to? You're so sweet, getting all worked up over a child. You don't know what he's capable of. He's a devil, a demon. The flesh incarnation of evil itself. He is? Well, if you say so. He's a falsehood, a pretender. Oh, forget it. Sorry for disturbing you. Thanks. First you go to my room, and now you're just going to leave? Stop toying with me. That's right. I am toying with you. I'll see you around, handsome. Yeah, see you. Oh, that boy? I think he likes you, you know. That's one way kids display affection. Playing games. It is? Why does he have like elf ears? I've like just noticed this. Why do they look like that? So, he's waiting for you. I think you can work out the rest for yourself. Waiting for me? Where is it that you'll definitely go sooner or later? I guess back to Mondo's room. Right. I think everyone is an elf. Yeah. They gotta be to be playing tricks like this all the damn time. Gotta keep them polygons low. Yeah. This is the DS after all. Mondo's ears is how you steer him. Climb on him. He'll give you a piggyback ride. Alright, is he in here? He's not. Oh, he's hiding. What the hell is that sound effect? You little monkey. Ta-da! Ha ha ha. Catch me if you can, suit face. Oh no. No. I'm not getting that DS feeling. You can't get away from me now. Give up, brat. Huh? That was fun. You're so easy to push around, that's why. What? You're such a moron. What are you basing that on, huh? You played with me, didn't you? That makes you pretty stupid. Huh? I was lonely. My dad won't play with me. So you decided to screw with me? Stop making excuses. You'll grow up to be a crook. Fine. Like I want to grow up anyway. I knew it. I hate you. You and your suit. Come on. Let's be friends, okay? Gotcha. You're so stupid, so quick to trust. Why, you little... Thanks, suit face. Let's play again sometime. Yeah, that's fine with me. No more unsettling comments, understand? I can live with that. I feel better now that that's off my chest. But just one more. Just what does flower, sun, and rain mean anyway? It doesn't really mean anything, does it? Huh? Oh no. That's the worst possible thing you could have said. That's just what everyone's thinking. That's it. It's the end. This chapter is finished. Come on, Jumbo Jet, let's just get it going. You can't just call the plane. Hey! I love it. I love it. We didn't even do like a Catherine puzzle. I love this game. Yes. Yes. Hello, sweetheart. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. Like how the explosion was in front of the trees. Yeah. Chris, come on out. She's gonna get to the airport before we do, chasing that damn alligator. Huh. What a woman. Oh, you're a sweet looking little fellow. Hey, you can't be much older than me. You're looking for a fight? I need his portrait to change, like very badly. You asked for it then, but don't blame me if you end up crying. Have you seen Chris? That pink thing? Why is it pink? Because it's cute. Right. Another good one. Have you seen Chris? I'll remember this. I'm not through with you. I feel so sleepy. Help. He's got marks on his cheeks like Naruto. I hate Naruto even more. He's horrible. Welcome back. Children are so innocent. Isn't that what's so sweet about them? I think you just wanted someone to play with. You really did chase them all over the place, didn't you? Must have been a good workout. You should work out more. I should be waiting with a smile at the front desk. Sleepy streamer. Yeah, I'm pretty damn dozy over here. I've not been sleeping very well because my neighbors are so loud at night. And I have to... It just keeps me awake. And I have like bad sleep quality because I have to put on like noise on my fucking headphones to fall asleep. So I don't really feel very well rested anymore. Ever. Good morning, Mr. Mondo. Ow! You okay, sir? No, it's just... my muscles are sore. May I suggest that you relax a bit more during your stay? Are you sure it isn't because Dracula 2 was too scary and it kept you up? Oh no, you're right. That's definitely it. Kept thinking, you know, what if I set foot outside of my bedroom and it suddenly cut to a game over screen with Dracula on it with no explanation? That would be really scary. Dracula 2 is Gruffy's neighbor. Oh no. Hey, you're the one asking me to do all this stuff. Indeed I have. My apologies. Oh, whatever. Mr. Mondo, I do believe your personality has changed a little. You think so? It may just be my imagination, of course. At any rate, breakfast is ready. Yeah, I know the drill. We will be waiting for you. He has to fall every time. That kind of would be scary, especially if you had sleep paralysis. Ah, now I remember. That stupid kid. Can't believe it. So, it was all a trick to make me babysit him. He was right. I am a moron. Still, that doesn't get him off the hook. He has no right to insult others. Next time I see him, I'm gonna give him the wedgie of his life. That's just a kid's prank too, though, isn't it? What are his folks doing, I wonder? I feel a little sorry for him, actually. What was his name again? Yasutaro? Entaros? Oh, it doesn't matter. My coffee will get cold. Did you say something about being sleepy? Because I'm falling asleep. Yeah, I'm sleepy too. This is a bit of a sleepy game, I think. Just a lot of reading and walking around, doing the same shit every day. It's not exactly the same shit, but it's functionally so, I guess. Alright. What wild goose chase are we gonna go on today? There's a little bit of honey residue in the cup that I'm drinking my water out of, and it makes it just like the lightest hint of like sweetness to every sip of water. It's kind of nice. It's the same cup I was drinking tea out of earlier. We can't go outside? Why? Guess we have to trigger this flag first. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Mondo. Good morning, Ito. Are you headed straight for the airport? Before that, there's one thing, Ito. Where's this breakfast I always hear so much about? We stopped serving breakfast already. Finished already? Boy, that was quick. I'm very sorry, Mr. Mondo. You just need to get up a bit faster. Exemplary service, as always. Oh, forget it. I'm heading for the airport. Excellent. Have a good day. Makes me want breakfast. What do you guys like as your ideal breakfast? The greatest breakfast. What are those structures over there? Kinda can't tell. Oh. Usually make eggs on toast with veggie sausage if I'm feeling fancy. It sounds very good. How do you like your eggs? Sunny side? Yum. I like mine over medium, but I usually don't eat too many eggs. It's kind of a once in a while thing. Love it still gooey. Goopy. Usually just eat toast for breakfast. Blueberry? Really? This is your ideal breakfast. Like, if you were gonna eat the last breakfast of your life, this is what you would eat. Toast and blueberry? We've never even been to this area before. What was that? What's over here? I guess we'll just go over and look at this at least. Reheated Chinese takeout is my ideal breakfast. My ideal breakfast is the one where I sleep till lunch. Nice. Nice choice. Full English is a kind of sick breakfast, NGL. I never had that before. What is a full English breakfast? A gate? Oh boy. Breakfast pulls so hard. I want French toast. Nice. Sounds pretty good actually. What's wrong with blueberry? Just like as your ideal breakfast? Only blueberry? Day-old pizza is a great breakfast too. That is quite good. What about me? I don't know. Pancakes and bacon and eggs and hash browns. Black coffee, a glass of milk, and whatever pastries or cake I can find lying around. Yum. Usually for breakfast I just eat like cheese on sourdough toast. Or I used to eat bagels, but my favorite bagels just stopped being sold entirely. I don't know why, but I just gave up on bagels. Who cares anymore? Or like Eggs Benedict. The blueberry mascot is cute. What does the blueberry mascot look like? Now I have to see this. You don't get fresh bagels from the bakery? I used to get like fresh ones from the grocery store. The blueberry mascot looks almost like Peter Griffin to me somehow. Like Peter Griffin combined with like Elmer Fudd or something. A full English is just a load of shit that'll give you heart disease. Good. Eggs Benny is great, but I'd never make it for myself. Yeah, poaching eggs is like impossible. Seems impossible. What the fuck is blueberry? It's like a cereal. Breakfast cereal. Breakfast in bed is overrated. I don't want crumbs where I sleep. Yeah. I guess if you have a tray It would be fine, but I don't know. Used to live off bagels because you can get a whole bag of cheddar bagels for like a couple bucks. Yeah, it's just most of them are not. I only like there was ones that the grocery store near here would sell that were like they had the perfect texture and they had some cheese in them and jalapenos like chopped up and like baked into the dough. And like those are not available anymore. I don't know what happened. You can get jalapeno bagels, but they're like the kind that have like encrusted cheese on top and they're just like too greasy. And they're more bready than the other bagels were, the other jalapeno bagels. I don't know what happened to them. Jalapeno cheddar ones were godlike. Yeah. It's a shame. I just can't, you can't get them anywhere. Anywhere. Onion bagels, they're okay. Didn't McDonald's used to have a breakfast that was like 2,500 calories? What? I just ate a jalapeno cheddar bagel. Oh. Gonna take a quick nap? Maybe back later? Alright, sleep well, Leica. Blueberry mascot is supposed to be Peter Lorre, I think. Had to do a Google search like crazy because I forgot his name. Maybe COVID affected the supply chain? Maybe. Seems strange because they're still selling jalapeno bagels that are almost exactly the same, just like a little different. They do jalapeno bagels at stores around me, but I can't eat them anymore. My throat and stomach upset. Oh, I'm sorry. They are kind of harsh, I guess. Miss, are you okay? Who are you? Just a concerned person passing by. You look a little down. Oh, I'm down on the ground. I'm a little depressed, actually. Something happened? You really want to know? So long as all I have to do is listen. Well, I'm Yuri. Nice to meet you, and I'm going to get married. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Sumio Mondo. Just Sumio is okay. Thank you, Sumio. So what's got you so depressed? Shouldn't you be happy? Women aren't that simple. That's true. They're very sophisticated and complex to understand. Will you sit? Okay. Your fiancé? That's right, it's odd. He seems very kind. So tomorrow is the big day. Imagine if it took him a lot of work to plan a wedding on this island. Really? Of course, I think you found a good man to marry. You must be very happy. Really? Yep. Won't find a man like that again. Take me, for instance. I can't even meet the lady I want to meet. Why not? Oh, never mind. It's a long story, isn't it? I can tell. It's not important. But still, I'm worried. About what? Ever since we came here, Seiji's been acting strange. He's been so distant. Please, Sumio, would you go and talk to him for me? Me? I'm not sure that I should get involved. Please, Sumio, you're my only hope. Why do people keep saying that to me? Very well then. Seiji's in the church. He's in there so he can think alone. I was told that I shouldn't bother him, so I can't do anything. Oh boy. Please, Sumio. Oh boy. So if there's a movie night on Discord, will you make an announcement beforehand? Well, I mean, usually my plan was to do those on Saturdays from now on, but I was getting frustrated with making rolls. What? Oh no, he's gonna get that DS feeling. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I was getting frustrated because I can't figure out how to make bots work on Discord so that I can get people to automatically sign up for roles that they want. So that I can ping just specifically the people who are interested in watching anime or watching movies or whatever. Whoa, 5,000 steps. X search system maxed up. Useless. So I've just kind of I'm just kind of decided against having movie nights and like anime stuff on Discord for the time being. There might be some like impromptu ones, but I don't know. R.I.P. Yeah. maybe eventually I'll get back to that, but it's just I want to spend, I don't know. I feel so frustrated because there's so much stuff. You try the easy rolls bot? I've never even heard of that. What is it? I don't want a bot for like any other purpose. Like everything that came with Arcane Bot was like stuff that I didn't want. All I want is for it to automatically assign roles, honestly. So it's just if it's any degree of complexity, I just don't want to do it because there's a lot of other stuff that I want to be doing. I have like a whole list of stuff I would like to work on for the stream. Like I would like to make a new layout and new music, and I gotta work on my model, and I would like to have a completely different scene set up for when we are just talking and stuff like that. Oh man, so I don't know, I guess I'd like to prioritize other stuff, but if the easy roll spot is just that easy, you're just asking, oh yeah, it's okay. I don't know. Just kind of went off on a tangent, I guess. Busy bee. I don't know, I'm slacking a lot lately though. I could be working on this stuff a lot, but it's, I don't know, I don't like to spend too much time in my room when I'm not streaming, because I want to be around my rabbit so she can get some attention. So it's kind of hard to find time to work on any of this at all. Whatever. Where's this guy? Oh yeah, he's right here. Hey, you got a moment? This guy's really weird looking. Who are you? My name's Sumio Mondo. You're Seiji, right? That's right. And? The little lady outside is waiting for you to come back to her. You mean Yuri? Little lady, huh? I hear you're getting married tomorrow. Congratulations. ... Something wrong? It's finally happening. Tomorrow. Like I asked, something wrong with that? No, well, that is when it's scheduled for. Scheduled? I don't like the sound of that. I've been thinking about it too much. I'm getting scared. Getting married is a bigger step than I anticipated, you know? You got the bachelor blues, huh? I mean, you're weak. Say whatever you like. Yuri is the one who wanted to get hitched in a church, so that we remember it forever. I was against the idea. Oh? I thought you suggested that you hold the ceremony here. That's what Yuri wants to believe. She's pushing her ideals onto me. You just need to live up to them. I can't. This is just how I am, how I think. People always say that to me. How do you think exactly? Oh, you wouldn't understand. You're not helping me out here. You see, you're getting angry with me. That's what people always say to me. I can't say I understand. With each passing day, I'm losing my confidence is all. Confidence that everything will be okay if we get married. It's a bit late for that now. Look at this. An organ? Yes, I came to look at this. It's not every day you can get a chance to see a church organ this close up. I guess. Entertain us enough already. I feel like I could be doing more, but I'm very consistent with your streams. Thank you. The longest time I just try to do one stream project a week. How do you mean? Like upgrades for the stream or something? Your rabbit could always join the chat like the rest of us. I think she would just eat the cables on the keyboard. So it was you I heard playing, was it? You're pretty good. I hate it. Now what? That sound, the music, I hate it. Really? It sounded pretty good to me. No, it wasn't. I'm staking everything on this piece of music. If I can play it well. If you can play it well, then I'll find the confidence to make Yuri happy. That's what I feel inside. Living up to the organ, huh? That's pretty pathetic too. Sticks and stones, Sumio. That's why I was trying to retune the organ. But I lost my paper with the registration noted on it. Registration? For adjusting the tonal pitch. There's a panel on the back. You need to put numbers in using that. I've heard this church has a traditional tuning they always use, but I guess the setting has been changed. Okay, I see where this is going. You do? I do. You want to tune the organ to the traditional settings used in this church. Correct? That's right. But it doesn't matter now. I'll find it for you, the tuning that you seek. Find it? You? It may take a little while. You think you can do it? You don't have to do this for me or anything. Hey, don't get me wrong here. I'm not doing this for you, but for your sweet little lady. ... I'll help you find your confidence. You're very kind, Sumio. I've heard that before, too. Honestly, I was thinking you streamed too much for a bit there. Really? Like, just too much to watch in general? I remember Dot telling me early on that it's not necessarily a benefit to stream so much, like so many days a week. There's Tropical Chapel. Okay, page 10. Just one improvement a week. Doesn't matter if it's small. That's probably smart. That's a good way to look at things. Alright, here's the organ. Okay. Minister of the data side, it should be performed in this especially sweet harmony of the Dulciana organ setting. Okay, we're writing this down. No, I thought 5 days of streams and the occasional Discord stream or movie night seems like a ton of commitment. Yeah, it was too much. I mean, like, when I first started, it wasn't so bad because I was, like, you know, really enthusiastic and you know, about starting streaming and stuff, so I just basically wanted to be doing it all the time. And a strange pair. There must be something that attracted them here then. I need to give this guy the confidence to wed his love. So anyway, I mean, it wasn't like a problem to do it then, but, you know, as time has gone on, I'm kind of realizing, like, oh, I need time to do other things in my life as well. But I don't think I want to go below, like, 4 streams a week. I think 4 is good. All right. 0, 0, 4, 4, 3, 2. That was pretty easy. 24/7 streams when Graphy sleep stream. We can knock it out. Two birds with one stone. I'll sleep for 24 hours on stream. You need like actual time for yourself and not time where you don't stream but are working on the stream. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Is that if I was streaming 5 days a week or even 4 days a week with like a movie night on Friday, then all I'm gonna be doing on the other days off is like working on stuff for the stream. But then I wasn't even getting that done, and instead I was just like goofing off instead, so that I'm not getting anything done. I don't know. That was a nice little cutscene. Thank you, Mr. Mondo. I did it. I played it. Ah, how blessed is the sound. Now, I'm sure. I know. I can see how happy you and the little lady are gonna be. Even if you don't mean that, thanks. I mean everything I say. I promise you. You're the first person to say that we'll be happy. Would you please come to the wedding? Of course, I'd be delighted. That's a promise. Yep, that's a promise. Can't believe we actually got out of the hotel and did like anything. Thank you, Mr. Mondo. Is that gonna be the end of the chapter? Seems kind of short, but I don't know, whatever. She's just standing right out here. I guess I'm awake. Good morning, Benji. Did you sleep okay? Hello again, little lady. Sumio, what did Seiji say? Don't worry, you don't have to worry about him anymore. He's a fine young man, a little pathetic at times, but... What? Don't talk about him like that. How dare you say that? I hate people who say bad things about others. Hey, calm down. Is Seiji really okay? He's fine. Really, really fine. Really? As many reallys as you want. Phew, that's good news. Thank you, Sumio. I feel so much better. Me too. Seiji and I, we were raised in an orphanage. ... Sounds like a depressing story. Eh? It isn't depressing, not at all. I'm proud of it. We made a promise with each other that we'd become the happiest people in the world. Happier than anyone else. You've really brightened up, haven't you? That's right, you have to live happy or you're wasting your life. Now that's something to live by. That's why I want everyone's blessing. Well, you have mine. Really? Really? That makes me happy. Your hubby-to-be invited me to the wedding, actually. Hey, he can't do that. He can't? It's just going to be the two of us. I can't make an exception, even for you, Sumio. No one is going to come between us. Oh well. Thank you again. I'm sure everyone in the orphanage should bless us too. Are they coming? No, no one is coming. They're all stars in the night sky now, after all. They are? They watch over us, always. Can I ask you one more thing, little lady? Sure. Just where were you raised? At the shelter. Shelter? That's right, we're shelter kids. What does that mean? Are they animals? Something? Is the plane gonna come by? Yeah, here we go. Once again. The chapters are getting shorter and shorter. Yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? Yes, it's Christina. Look at her go! Slept okay for 4 hours. Oh no. You just abruptly wake up, accelerating to the end. I think there's 18 chapters in the game or something like that. OMG, it's a silver case thing. Really? Cool. Your new avatar goes very well with this Ave Maria. My new avatar? What do you mean? Came in at the perfect time. It's so funny how much stuff in this hinges on silver case, yet this was localized first. Has there been other stuff so far? Aha! This way. The one of you experiencing religious ecstasy. Ah. Ah, Chris. Hey, wait! That thing is so slow, she just cannot fucking catch it. It's hard to talk about because I'm not sure what's really spoilers. Ah, that's okay then. Don't worry about it. Congratulations! Thank you, pretty little girl. Thank you, black-haired little girl. I hope you're both very happy. Huh? So, what are you doing? We have your blessing, don't we? You know, the difference between this game and some of the other Suda games, like, this seems like such a strange tone for his games. It reminds me of the difference in tone between like early Inio Asano manga and like his later like Pun Pun or something. I don't know. Mondo is in a lot of Kill the Past games, really? Slightly ominous with the blessings. Welcome back. Oh, what a lovely couple. I gave them a helping hand too. I held up the train on Yuri's wedding dress. I'm quite exhausted. After all, I had to train very hard. I need to get breakfast ready. I shall be waiting with a smile at the front desk. Amazing. Next day. we'll maybe try to do like maybe 1 or 2 more. Maybe two or 3. Depends. I don't know. We're not gonna go super long today because it's already pretty late for me here. Good morning, Mr. Mongo. Your breakfast is ready. I'm sure it is. We'll be waiting for you. This dude needs to get some fucking breakfast. That's why he keeps falling when he gets out of bed. He's not been eating right. He's dizzy. He needs to eat breakfast. Those two are quite a couple, living so strong amidst so much sadness, finding that glimmer of hope. I almost feel jealous of them. I'd like to watch over them. And I pray from the bottom of my heart for their happiness. Seiji and Yuri. Hopefully I'll see them again soon. But just what is a shelter kid? The coffee is bitter today. Force feeding Mondo a home-cooked meal. Excuse you. What? Sounds a bit strange. So, is this how many chapters we've completed so far? Let's try to figure out. So we completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're on the 9th chapter. I think Peter's chapter, the very first one, was considered chapter 0. So we're on chapter 8 out of 18. So we're almost halfway through the game at this point. Wonder if Omni Trio or LTJ Bucum or someone did a remix of Gymnopedia #1. This seems like something they do. Who's that? I've never heard of those people. Huh. Jungle guys. Jungle Gym. You know, being able to actually leave the hotel after being stuck in the hotel for so long is like weirdly intoxicating. I think that as annoying as it was to be stuck running around in this same environment for like almost half the game, it makes it that much more exciting to go outside. Let's talk to Ito, as we do every day. Can I help you with something, Mr. Mondo? Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Mondo. Ito, did I make it in time for breakfast? Mr. Mondo, just how long do you intend to hang around here? The bomb is not to wait for you. Hey, calm down and formulate your sentences properly. If you don't move quickly, the terrible will be an explosion. Okay, calm down. You really don't want me to eat breakfast, do you? I'll get going then. Have a good day. Getting some Twin Peaks vibes from this. Said with an awareness of how cliche a thing this is to say, but also sincerely. No, this was definitely, like, a lot of reviewers compared this to that as well. It has that vibe. I'm also kind of wondering if maybe Swery played this game as well before he made Deadly Premonition. This influenced him at all. It's like getting out of the hospital in Galarians. Yeah, we did spend quite a lot of time there. I thought the whole game was gonna be in there, and we got outside and it was like, wow, incredible. Cool music here, like Gamelan sound. Hey, the gate's open. I think I want to play Galarians for myself. It's great, honestly. I think that's probably one of the best games we played on Twitch so far. Try it. Wow, we actually made it to the road. I thought they said that vehicles weren't allowed on the island. I guess that must be Peter's truck though, which is a special exception. Dang, I gotta check out the VOD then. Yeah, it was awesome. I love it. Instantly, we are stopped by a traffic accident. Whoa, nice driving. I wonder if the driver is okay. I gotta tell someone about this. Do I have to walk back and tell Ito about this? God damn it. Man, check out this like crunchy fucking wilderness. I feel like the look of this game has kind of grown on me. Who's this? What's up, friend? Why are you in the middle of the road? What does it look like? My bike is busted. Tough break. It's quite a bicycle you have there. It's a bike, okay, not a bicycle. The term bicycle is most unsuited to a machine of this caliber. Well, good luck fixing it. Hey, I know who you are. You're that handyman Ito called. I need your help then. Fix my bike. I'm not a handyman, okay? I only find stuff. That works for me too. Come on, without my machine I'm finished. Ah, you're a bike messenger, are you? That's right, the lifeblood of the island. You got no idea how many people are relying on my wheels, man. That's an important job you've got there, I'll give you that. I'm Ken, what's your name? Mondo, Sumio Mondo. Mr. Mondo, is it? I'm counting on you, pal. I'll take a look, not like I'm a mechanic or anything like that. Thanks. There's something wrong with the gears, just need to fix them. So how's it looking? I've never fixed a bicycle before, to be honest. Bike. Oh boy. Come on, or I'm stuck here. And you won't get anywhere either. I guess I just gotta do it. Okay, I think I remember there was something in the book. Oh no, I've got it right here. I've already got it written down. Every new step, you're gonna say, this is the furthest I've ever been from the hotel, like Samwise. Fucking love how there's always something in the way. The endless futility of this game is like amazing. What a fine young man. Men who are passionate about their work shine in any place and time. I guess I'm one of them too. But hold on, people who say that usually suck at what they do. Oh well, whatever. I'm just brimming with desire to help this kid out. Need to read up on these gears then. Like the royalty-free classical is just for this version? Wait, what do you mean? For the DS version? Was there different music in the PS2 version? Oh, the specific version of the music. Here we go. Okay, wait. I think it's 3-2. Yep. That's the gear ratio. I did this because I thought it was for a different puzzle before. Good job, Mr. Mondo. You've got some real skills. There, shouldn't you get going and take off? I'd love to, but Mati isn't here yet. She normally comes around now. You mean Mati, the maid at the hotel? Why would she come here? When she finishes her cleaning at the hotel, she helps out at the diner. That's her daily schedule. Just a hardworking lady, isn't she? I help out at the diner too, actually. You do? That's all you got to say? How about a little praise for me too? Oh, of course, you're a fine young man, Ken. A real hard worker. Yeah, I do work hard. And I'll keep working hard so that I can become a messenger in a bigger city. That's what I'm saving all my money up for. A fine goal. I'm quite jealous of you, Ken. Mr. Mondo, you have a skill. That's why you've been called here to work, isn't it? That's right. That's being a man, right there. believing in your skills and doing a good job by using them. You're a good messenger though, aren't you, Ken? On your bicycle? It's a bike, okay, jeez. I think, but sometimes I think, you know, all I do is ride this bike up and down. It doesn't really inspire confidence. Not at all, Ken. If you ride your bicycle with confidence, then that becomes one of your skills. You have to believe in yourself, don't you? Believe in your bicycle too. If you don't, your bicycle will never believe in you. Whether making deliveries on the island or out among the skyscrapers, both are jobs that help other people. It's work you can be proud of. How can you not be confident in that? You're right. That's exactly right, Mr. Mondo. You gave me the wake-up call I needed. I've always lived on this island, so I was too fixated on getting away from here. Thank you, Mr. Mondo. I need to repay you for this somehow. The diner is just up ahead, so how about I treat you? Oh, there's no need for that. No, I won't hear of it. Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you. This way? It's a cool landscape. Why did that mountain just disappear, though? That's a little strange. I was gonna say, what could they possibly replace the entertainer with? Believe in the bike that believes in you. Thanks for the help. Okay. Let's go. What's that? Just a sign. Whoa, you can walk out on the beach? All this nothing. It's kind of remarkable, isn't it? Open world. Wow. Oh, I can't go further than this though. Damn. See that beach? You can walk on it. Amazing. I like how this outdoor area is like taxing the emulator. Alright, I guess we're going in here. Nice music. Holy shit. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. This is a nice place. Mr. Mondo. Mati still isn't here. She's normally here by now. I'm a bit worried about her actually. A bit worrying, isn't it? You know, Mati is kinda special to you? Oh boy. I need to open the place up. So please, Mr. Mondo. Me again? Go to the hotel. That's pretty far away, you know? I'm counting on you, Mr. Mondo. What about the free meal you promised me? This is a cool environment. It looks awesome. Alright, let's go back to the hotel. Guess we have to report that accident as well. Making you walk all the way back. Godlike. He could have loaned us his bike. Alright, you know what this means. Cool synth sax. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Is this like really any faster at all? Just a little bit. I guess I'll take it. Oh my god. Emulator go burr. It's like barely faster. It's like 10% faster maybe. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm just gonna switch to using mouse controls for this whole thing. We can go faster. The touchscreen controls, which is basically like an analog stick. This is just still here. Still all fucked up. And the touchscreen controls don't work very well. Oh my. I forgot about this. I still need to tell someone. Yeah, Sumio, how could you forget about that? Give me a fucking break, pal. Alright, I'm going back. Hey, it's Mati. That was awesome. Why do these things keep happening? I think someone is having a bit of fun with me. Mati, are you okay? Mr. Mondo, don't worry about me. What about you, Mr. Mondo? I'm fine. You're not hurt? No, I'm still in one piece. Sorry to worry you. But there's no way to pass the sign now. What? There's no way past the sign? Yeah, that's a problem. Just what's going on here? What are the chances of the sign falling and falling here? Anyway, Monty, Ken was looking for you. You aren't going to make it to the diner anytime soon, are you? I fixed the problem with the electrical supply to the hotel. I don't know what to do about it, honestly. Come on then, details. We don't know the cause, but the manager believes it to be the work of the terrorists. Ito does love to exaggerate things. We don't have concrete proof, but the problem is most likely over on Eliki Island. If that's the case, then this could be a real problem. I see. I have to take care of this, guessing from the pattern here, right? I'm sure that you can solve the problem, Mr. Mondo. Pokemon shrub logic. Can't walk past. I see. So I need to visit Eliki Island, do I? That seems to be the only way. And how would I go about doing that? Follow the road from the diner. Go back there again? I'm very sorry, Mr. Mondo. Oh, don't worry about it. There's a sign on the way to the diner. It reads, Power Beach. Follow the coast and you'll come to a jetty. The boat there can be used to cross Eliki Island. It's a small desolate island, but all of Las Pas's electricity comes from there. Sounds like quite a boring place. Oh yes, there's nothing fun to do there at all. They could at least build a casino or something. That's right, you're very right. You wait here until the hotel is fixed up then, Muddy. Thank you. See you later. Take care, Mr. Mondo. Here we go. Well, let's talk to her again. See if she has anything else to say. The only way to reach Eliki Island is by boat. There's a sign just in front of the diner. It reads, Power Beach. Okay. Alright, let's go back. Whoops. Turn around. Good fucking grief. I know I'm not getting the full experience by using emulator speed up, but I don't care. These guys are still just dead, I guess. You guys okay? Oh, I forgot all about this again. Oh well, it'll work itself out. You're a witness. Those people are like dead. Sumio. Really racking up those pedometer points. I guess we see why it's like an 8-digit counter ultimately. Achievements don't unlock if you use speed up. That's just too bad, isn't it? That's just too bad. Is that what it's talking about? This is the sign, this is Power Beach? Hey, there it is. Huh? Jetty is over there. Okay. This is kind of cool. Walking out on this long pier. This music sounds really familiar. Well, it's all remixes of like jazz standards and classical music, I think. Crappy remix. Look at it down there. Do we get to drive the boat? No. It's probably just a cutscene. Look at how the water is just like gigantic pixels of like blue. Oh, it's copyright free, yeah. Sailing the high seas. Just standing. I think it's Rhapsody in Blue. Oh. Look at him go. Our hero. Cool. This is certainly more exciting. Mono could be using this time to up his step counter. Yeah. He could be walking in place on that little raft. Cool music. Hey, Pentomino, thank you for the follow. This is like Jack Sparrow. I don't know if anybody should aspire to be like him. Eliki Island it is. Is it? Okay. They certainly have a way with words in these parts. Eliki? As an electric guitar, perhaps? Still. Going all this way, this far out of my way. I really am nice guy. A pushover, but nice. Just like that dumb kid said. Is this story gonna be like Sumio Mondo learning not to be a pushover who just does errands for any random person who asks him to? Wow, this really is the only thing that's here. It's kind of funny. What is that though? What's this? Oh, it's just a hole in the tree. The gigantic tree texture. Whoa. Cool. A sight to soothe the heart of any power-crazed electricity freak. Look at the force of that discharge. I guess this is what sent the sign into orbit. What mystery lies ahead this time then? Psychological warfare from the look of it. Huh. Decipher psychology. Let's just have an instant kill here. I would be pretty damn mad if that happened. And we lost all of our progress on this chapter. I would go insane. Alright, let's see. I think there was pages in this about the electrical power plant, right? Somewhere. Let's pop. Let's go from the back. Yeah, here we go. Your psychology. Huh? Enjoy this psychological quiz named after the Ella King electrical pylons that dominate Eliki Islands. Your psychology. Really secrets to your relationships. You arrive in your room in flower, sun, and rain. Beautiful scenery from the window takes your breath away. You see 3 prominent things around you. Which of these strikes the biggest impression? 2 brightly colored birds. I don't think so. You would have to go all the way back to Mondo's room to see this. That is like sickening. If you wanted to go and just not do it by trial and error. Wait, what? What am I supposed to do here? Wait, is this like a trick or something? What is going on? I'm so confused. Let's see about these numbers here. Because this passage is about Ken, the bike guy. So 8, 2, 4, 7, 5. Let's see, maybe that's it. So this seems like a joke. But who is the message you received from? Like, I don't know, we could never, it could never be part of the answer. Could it? 6 people have ordered cheesecake. We only have 1 20-centimeter diameter cheesecake left. It's all mine, and eat the whole cake yourself. I would like that. How many digits is this? Let's see. Wait, go back. Why? What's up? Where? To the letters one? Letters? This one? I think it's nonsense. I think that this is like all a red herring to confuse you. I'm just gonna see how many digits. 8 minus 2 plus 4 plus 7 minus 5. If you need that number. I guess we'll see. We gotta see how many digits we even need first to begin with. Here we go. 2 digits in total. What? 6 plus 4 would be 10 plus 7. 8 minus 2 would be 6 plus 4 equals 10 plus 7. Okay, so 12 maybe? Let's try it. Blank. Wonder what it could be. What the fuck? Wait a second. Wait a second. Is there a different one for each pylon? What? What the hell? Alright, let's go to pylon number 1. This is gonna be a nightmare. Okay, wait, so the letters one was number 3, right? So let's put in 12 there and see if that's we have to go through all this song and dance every time. Cannot believe this game. Alright, it was this one, right? No. 12, right? Final answer. That's blank? Whew. Graphy, you're supposed to be reciting it with him to immerse yourself. No! I'm not going to do that. Okay, so maybe just 8 plus 2, 10 plus 4, 14 plus 7, 21. Let's try 26. You're not playing the game as the developer intended. Oh no. Oh no. Suda's gonna call me. He's gonna be pissed. He's gonna say, I saw your stream. I think you have no integrity as a gamer or as a streamer. You are shit, honestly. Could also be 19. What? C and D from Grass Leopard. Suda's in the chat right now. Oh no. Total number of letters? Was that 19? I thought it was 8? 8 messages from Ito. 2 were for the diner. 2 were for the diner. Okay, so 8 messages. 2 were for the diner, where I also picked up 4 more. So we have 8 plus 4 is 12. I'm not reading this closely. 7 more for the spice shop. 19. Then I returned to the hotel and gave 5 messages to Ito. That's where you found me. I'm wondering how many messages I have left, huh? Okay, so 8 plus 4 plus 7 is 21. So 16 in total? I'm just gonna write this down to make sure I'm doing the math right. So 8 plus 4 plus 7 minus 5. Gave 5 messages to Ito. 2 were for the diner, but it is also minus 2. So minus 7. So it should be just 12, right? Why 11? Why would it be 11? Who's the message you received from? Oh, I get it. He delivered one for me. 11? This is devilish. Evil. Damn it. I hate this. I think it is a zany gold dress. What does that mean? A zany gold dress? Hey, hit! Only 99 possible solutions. You got this. It was 11. It's very confusingly worded. It looks like some Half-Life. Alright. Let's see. Now, let's look at the guide for number 2. Lock. The bartender has agreed to make you a special drink. Yes, tier 3 is offered you. Which do you select? What? How do we solve this? 7 flowers filled with southern spices. It can't be something. It can't be something that we have to go back to the hotel for, because I don't think we could even go into the hotel because the sign was in the middle of the path. So what? Is this supposed to be 10? Like 7 plus 2 plus 1 umbrella? But it says maybe better shared. So 10? 10? I don't know. 10 or 11? What if they're all 11? Let's see. They're all 11? Really? Is that? Oh, I hope. Let's try. Let's try 11 again. It's 3 digits. It's 3 digits. 721. Let's see.
Final answer.
Hey, you guys are really smart. Thank you. I never would have fucking figured that out. Easy. Usually, like, seeing the number of digits that it is like very, very helpful. Just to knowing what you might be even looking for. The page of notes that I have for this game is like, it just looks like a document you would find in a game where someone has like lost their mind and is just writing like random numbers everywhere. Okay, 257 perhaps for this one. Let's see. It's 3 digits. Alright. 2, 5, 7.
Final answer.
Let's see. Yes, okay, we got this. This guy's such a chuny. He's gotta say his cool phrase every time or his shit won't work. He can't do his job otherwise. Downloaded. Stop all the downloading. Alright, let's move on to number 4. Is that what this one is? Yeah, I think so. Here we go. This one is like taking as much time as the previous 2 put together. Glad to hear other people still reference that. It's eternal. You're taking a stroll along Power Beach at dusk. You want to find a beautiful shell to take back to your partner in your distant homeland. You pick up 2 shells every 3 steps and toss 1 into the sea every 5 steps. After walking 50 steps, you look down at the collection of shells in your hands. What is the first thing you see? This is another weird ass trick math problem. Okay. Alright, so 50 steps divided by 3 is 16. So you pick up 2 shells every 3 steps, so 16 times 2. If we didn't throw out any shells, we would have 32 in total. But every 5 steps we throw away 1, so after 50 steps we would have thrown away 10 shells, so 22 in total. 50 plus 3 times 2 minus 10. Oh, 32, yeah, so 22. Okay, so this isn't that bad. This one's not that bad. 22. Jack. Let's do it. This is why I was thinking about Professor Layton recently.
Final answer.
I think we might play some Professor Layton games on here. Eventually. Because apparently they do work on emulator now. I remember when I tried to emulate Unwound Future, it was like super broken. But I think also on the Desmumi, I don't know how Desmumi, I don't know how you're supposed to say that. It's complete and total nonsense word. Like the latest like finished release of it is like years old, and you have to like manually download a new development version for it to like be worth a shit at all. It's very strange. Alright, 5. You're eating dinner when Ito comes to ask you a favor. I'm very sorry, but could you lend me a hand here? 6 people have ordered a cheesecake. We only have 20 centimeter diameter cake left. How can you help me work out the exact angle to cut in order to give each person the same size piece? 5 centimeters each? Okay, 620. If 620, and I think it's 5. Let's see. The plus looks like a divide in the dark. Alright. So 620 25, 6 people, 20 centimeters. No. Alright. Blank? What? Let's see. 6 people have ordered a cheesecake. We only have one 20 centimeter diameter cake. Oh my god. Exact angle to cut in order to give each person the same size piece. Okay, it's just 360 divided by 6. Right. 360 divided by 6 equals 60. Okay, so it's 60. It's asking for the angle. 20 is a red herring. There's a lot of those in this game. 60. Take care of this pylon. Chat, take care of this pylon. Here we go. Yes. This is quite a doozy of a task in this game. Boy, good to know. The manual for these pylons is an insane Professor Layton puzzle book. It seems to be on brand for this entire island. Another day on Los Paz Island ends, and you are in bed. In order to make the most of tomorrow, you reach out to set the alarm clock by the bed. Rather than using a chime, this alarm clock turns on the radio when the set time comes around. In the darkness, you are forced to set the clock by touch alone. There are 3 buttons used to set it. From the left, hour, 10 minutes, and 1 minute. It is still set to 7:50 from this morning. You press the left button 3 times, the middle button 4 times, and the right button twice. When the alarm comes on in the morning, what is the first thing you hear? Alright, let's see. So we have 7:50. 7:50. We want to add, so we're adding 3 hours. Then we're at 10:50. And the middle button 4 times. So we're adding 40, so we're at 11:30. And you press the right button twice, so we're at 11:32. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. 11:32. Addition. Blank. No. 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 I don't think you're gonna hear that though. Yeah, but the question doesn't necessarily have anything to do with like the actual answer. It's about the numbers ultimately. Let's see. All right, let's look at this again. 7:50 from this morning. Press the left button 3 times. 10:50. The middle button 4 times, which would put things at 11:30, and the right button twice. What? It's from 0, I think. Maybe? Maybe? Devious Suda. Could it be a 24-hour clock? I don't think it would make any difference. Because we don't go over 12. I don't think. Let's try 30342. 0342.
Final answer.
Blank. Doesn't change it. Ah! This sucks. Alright, what is it then? What the hell could it be? There are 3 buttons used to set it. From the left, hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute. Fuck's sake, I just realized. What? It's 10:32? How? Why would it be 10:32? Oh, you're not adding. Or it doesn't, the minutes don't like roll over. You're changing the digit, you're not adding time. You're right. I think you're right. Fuck. Evil. Absolutely evil. Thank you, Lily. At least I hope that's right. I think you're probably right. How else?
Final answer.
Yep, you were right. Thank you, Lily. Smart. Big brain. I'm gonna be glad to be done with this chapter. Not really my favorite so far. It's kind of funny. It stopped. Right now, I just need to let Madi know. Still, what a bewitching islands. A terribly bewitching islands. Fearfully so. I'll have to think carefully about how this makes me feel. Why, Sumio? Here we go. Once again. The like explosion parts fell in front of the pylons and the fence. I wonder if it's some kind of Z sorting like weirdness or something. Still don't understand it. We weren't necessarily like adding like full time up. It was just cycling the digit. Yeah, when cycling the middle button it only affects the middle digit. So like going up past like a full hour using the middle button, like if you add 10 minutes and go to 60 and it rolls back over to 0, it doesn't add an hour to the hour digits. Tiny plane for bugs. I wonder, it would be really good if we got there and it was actually just a tiny plane. Chris. Ha ha ha, look at her go. I love her. Yeah, it is very evil. It's just been an RC plane blowing up really close. I could see that being the explanation. Hello. Hello. Have you seen Chris? She's a pink crocodile. Nope, sorry kid. Hey, I know, my work takes me all over the island. If I spot her anywhere, I'll come and tell you right away. You will? I will. With my bike, I can find you in a flash. Thank you. Hope you can find her soon, then bye. Ah, one thing. Where will I be able to find you? Ah. That's just the end of the cutscene. That's good. I think that'll probably be enough of this for today. I'll get to save on the next day, then we can leave off until Thursday. Welcome back. Oh, an adventure to Eliki Island. You look worn out. There's no way to get around on this island, aside from running around. After all, you'll be running a lot more in upcoming chapters too. Great, thanks Ito. Oh, by the way, those pylons are called Elekings. It's short for Electronic Kingdom. Not what you were thinking, is it? I shall be waiting with a smile at the front desk. What? Every time I hear you say Chris, I get startled a tiny bit. Christmas. I love you, Porgy. That's the name of the next chapter? Good morning, Mr. Mondo. ... Your breakfast is ready. I know. We're waiting for you. He's never gonna get that breakfast. Having a little sip. There's something crazy going on here. I feel it all too painfully now. We went to Eliki Island. An island with nothing but bleak scenery and a power plant. And yet, there, in that place where there should be nothing, I felt uneasy. There's something here that I don't understand, something unknown. I don't feel like coffee anymore. Need to be sure to remember I tell Ito today. To get me the best Darjeeling you can find. Alright, well I'll just be saving here then. Oh my, how many of these chapters have we done now? Before we go, let's take a look at our roster of characters. At least the camera angle changes in that bit. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, Shotaro Kai, bored because his dad won't pay him any attention. An elementary school kid. Place of birth, Far East. Seiji Fujieda, a youth faced with his impending marriage, owner of a sensitive heart. Occupation, part-timer. Place of birth, shelter. Yuri Otoaya, engaged to her childhood sweetheart Seiji. Hyper naive. Occupation, part-timer. Place of birth, shelter. Ken Sakurape, a kind youth who cares for Mati. Wants to work in the city. Occupation, bike messenger. Place of birth, Lost Pass Island. So we're still 10 characters we haven't met yet. Interesting. We passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've only done 9 chapters in total? Man. This is a pretty lengthy game. How many sessions of this have we done now? Like 3 in total? 9 hours of this so far? That's probably not 9 hours, probably more like 7 or 8 hours probably total. Well, I like this game still, it's fun. Galarians is maybe a bit more exciting to play. But yeah. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming. Sorry it was a little short today, but you know, I did have a rough morning, so I've been chugging a little bit because I'm interacting with Streamlabs. But yeah. We'll be continuing on Galarians on Wednesday. and Flower, Sun, and Rain on Thursday. And if both of those are not finished by the weekend, we'll just keep on going. These are the 2 games for the upcoming week, I guess. So, I mean, considering the pace that we've been going so far, and the fact that now the game seems to be opening up more, and we might be expecting to walk a lot more in this game across this huge island. We might be taking a little longer. Do you think it was a bait and switch? How they made the chapter where you're looking for the kid and then the wedding chapter like short, and then they made that one super long and like way more involved than any of the previous ones. Thanks for streaming. Remember to put Dracula 2 on the trophy wall. Hey, you're right. Let me do that right now, actually. What's the origin of your username? Well, my avatar was originally going to have red hair. And, it was gonna have a different name. But then I turned the saturation down on my hair to see. Because I heard someone say that too many VTubers have red hair or something like that, and I got self-conscious, so I turned the saturation all the way down on my hair, and then was like, hey, that actually looks cool. You don't see too many VTubers with like silvery gray, like kind of darkish, like silvery gray hair. So I was like, oh, what am I gonna change my prospective name then to? And I was like, oh, graphite. Because the hair kind of looks like, has that kind of pencil lead look to it. That's where it came from. I don't know if anything can be expected from a Suda game. Yeah, kind of impossible to tell where things might be going. Let's see, how long to beat? Wonder how much longer it'll be. Dracula Last Sanctuary box art. I can download that to add. Ooh, struggling. Wow, this is like an enormous high-res scan of the art for Dracula 2. It's very funny that they marketed it on PlayStation as Dracula 2. I guess on PC as well. Dracula 2, The Last Sanctuary. Let's see. Flower, Sun, and Rain. How long to beat says main plus extra, 11.5 hours. I think that's not right at all. There cannot possibly be. I mean, I guess we stop for digressions a lot and like to talk and stuff. So, you know, we haven't spent our whole time playing, and I'm reading all the dialogue out loud, so it's probably gonna be pretty long. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you all for coming. It was a fun day today. It's a nice little stream today. Give yourself a pat on the back. You hear that? That's my back. Let's see. Who's up? That we could maybe raid. I don't know if I'm going to or not. Let's see. No. This fucking remix with the emulator slowing down. Well, I don't know. I don't feel like raiding anybody. I'm tired. And I don't know. I always feel I have an obligation to stick around when I raid for at least a little bit, and I just don't want to. I want to go eat. I didn't eat very much before the stream today. So yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday if you're gonna be there, and I'll see you on Thursday if you're not going to be there on Wednesday. And if you're not going to be at either of those, then I'll see you when I see you. So, yep, have a good evening, and see you later.